Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make yet another dome. This time it's going to be a shallow type dome. So like so. We'll be working with an 8-inch diameter. So 8 inches. And we're going to give it a 2-inch height. So like so, 2 inches in height. And by the time we get done, we'll be producing this to make that. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, let's go and start off by making a random vertical line to accommodate the 8-inch. So, and half of 8 is 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a horizontal line. Alright, now let's go ahead and take our compass and we're just going to go ahead and make a half circle. You can make a complete circle, but you don't have to. But in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and make half of an 8-inch diameter circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll lock it in place like so. Put my sharp point here. And make our half circle. Okay, let me go ahead and finish this because it didn't exactly reach. Okay, now that we have that in the same position that you made your circle, go ahead and take your sharp point and put it here. Strike an arc there. Put your sharp point there now. And we're going to strike an arc here. Okay, so basically what we have here is a half circle, and what this represents, this quarter of the circle, is 3 pies. So this is just basically telling us that it's going to require 12 total pies or pieces to make this entire dome. So this is 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. And if you can imagine half of the other circle, it'll be 6, so that'll be a total of 12. Okay, alright, so let's keep going. Now let's go ahead and make a pie on this. Like so. Now what we're going to do is divide this in half. So we're going to go ahead, take our small compass here, and divide this in half. So, I don't know if you guys saw on the camera, but I went like so. Then went back here at this point and crisscross the other arc. So just want to make sure that you guys can see that on the camera. Okay, let's go ahead and line this crisscross to the center of that pie. And make your line. Okay. So back to this, in the same position that you made your 8-inch circle or whatever circle you decided to make, now go ahead and take this sharp point and put it here. Strike an arc there, random mark on the top. Do the same thing here. And strike the crisscross arc, the previous arc, and there you go. Alright, now since we got our 8-inch circle, now we're going to go ahead and go with the 2-inch height. So here's where this comes into play. So whatever height you decide, you're going to go ahead and put it on this extra vertical line that you see here. So my height is going to be 2 inches, so I'm just going to go ahead and go 1, 2. and that is 2 inches. And now what we're going to do is make a half of a triangle like that, and like so. Okay, so as far as this goes, this might be confusing, but as far as where this triangle's positioned, it really doesn't matter. You can actually move it up here or down or whatever, just as long as you, whatever height you decide to make your dome, just make sure that you have the same height from here to here. It's not really gonna matter where you put this triangle, up, down, or whatever. Okay, so now let's keep going. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take your 8-inch circle, and half of 8 inch is 4 inches. So now you have 4 inches, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go 4 inches or 2 inch, your 2 inch height minus 4 inch, and that leaves you with 2 inch. So whatever you're left with, you're going to start from this peak point of your triangle going down this way and put the remainder of what that formula is. So in this case it's 2 inches. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Okay. Alright, now that we have that, now what we're going to do is go ahead and do some crisscross arcs here and here to find a line that's gonna go right here. So what you're gonna do is take your compass, put your sharp point on that, and we're gonna do some crisscross arcs, and you're gonna do an arc there, swing it down, do an arc here, put your sharp point now here, and now you're gonna crisscross the previous arcs, so like so and like so. So that one I didn't reach, so let's do that one again. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to put a line from here to here down to this vertical line. Okay, now what you've created is 2 important pivot points. One is right here, and the other one's going to be right there. Okay, next step. Now what you're going to do is take your compass, put your sharp point on this pivot point there, and then open up your pencil point to the one end of your triangle point. So let me see if you guys can see it from the camera angle. You're going to lock it in place like so. And then what you're going to do is do a line like so. See that? Okay. Now what you're going to do is take this compass and put your sharp point on this pivot point here, and then put your pencil point from where that arc ended to continue on that, and we're going to lock it in place like so. And you're going to strike and take this line to this point here, and there you go. Alright, so I just want to take some time really quick to kind of explain. So what you made is basically a representation of this point here, this curvature right there, which is that, and then the rest, which is going to be this point here, is going to be from this point down to the center. So that's what we made. Okay, now let's keep going. Okay, next step. Now we're going to go ahead and take this curvature that you have here, and we're going to divide it in half. So take your compass, and we're going to do some crisscross arcs. Do a crisscross arc like so. Put the other sharp point there, and then crisscross the previous arc like that. Okay, now what you're going to do is take a line from this crisscross arc to that pivot point here. Alright, perfect. Alright, so now what we've done is we found that dividing pies that we're going to be throwing and putting right here, transferring here from here. So these are going to be the distances that's going to take to make this dome here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take one of these distances. These should be equal length, hopefully. So there you go. So what you're going to do is continue and strike some arcs like so. Same thing here, and one more, and there you go. So as you can see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is slightly longer. That's okay. So as you can see, these are even, but this one is a little bit longer. Now, in case you're curious, I'm still going to be making more videos of this, but in case you're curious, you know, why this is uneven, or if you should put another one here or leave it as such, you can leave it like that, or you can also put another one there, and it's almost going to make some sort of difference, but at the same time it's really not, because all you're trying to do is, if you think about it, the more arcs you put here, it makes that radius more refined, so it's not as blocky. But you're gonna find that if you put one here, it's just going to force you to divide this pie right here. So, you know, you can put it there, but you know, it's up to you. It's really not necessary. Okay, let's keep going. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these arcs and these points and bring them down to transfer them onto this pie right here. So one of the ways I do that is I'll take a ruler and I'll line it up to this horizontal line like so I can make it a nice even 90 degree, and then I'll take this and then I'll line it up to that one, and I'll bring a line down, go over to the next one, go over to the next one, see if I can flip it over. And then go to that point. Go over to the next, which is here. And then you can go to the outer part of the dome. That one's really not necessary, but you can put it there if you want. Okay, now that we have that, now what we're going to do is you're going to take these points right here, and you're going to take your compass and do some arcs like so across the other side of the pie. So you're going to take your compass, put your sharp point right here on this pivot point of your pie, and then open it up to one of these vertical lines that we just drew down, and then throw a line like so. Okay, do the same thing, go over to the next one, and I'll lock it in place and do a line like so. Okay, next one, lock it in place right there and do a line like so, and do the next one. That one moved on me. Okay, let's do this one again. And do a line like so. And then the last one, which is right here. And do a line like so. Easy, right? Okay, we're almost done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take both of these ends and do direct lines across these half arcs or quarter arcs. So like so. Same thing from here to here, from there to there, from here to here now, and same thing on this other one, and then the last one is going to be here. Alright, perfect. Now let's go ahead and number these. So we're going to go ahead and make some space here. Okay, so we're going to number this as starting point 1. This will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so now that we have this information on our layout, now we can go ahead and transfer it over to our grid to go ahead and finish it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start off by making a horizontal line. And what you do is you're going to take the biggest number, the biggest width or number of this pie. So in this case it's 7. So that has a width of what? 2 1/4? 2 1/4 inches, about 2 1/8, whatever. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it a 1/4 inch more. So I'm going to go 2 1/2. So 2 1/2 inches, like so. And then as far as your height goes, that is determined by the length of this whole radius arc that you have right here. So what I do is I just take a measuring tape, or you can use one of these if you want to be exact, but it's really not necessary. And you can just simply, you know, just kind of transfer it over, follow every step or every point, and then whatever your height is, then you're going to transfer it here. But that's really not necessary. I mean, this is kind of simple, so I just go, this looks like what, 5 inches, so I'm just going to give it 5 1/4. So right around there. Okay, so we said our horizontal line is 2 1/4, so 1 2 1/4, and our height, we said we're going to give it 5 1/4. So 1 2 3 4 5 1/4. Okay, so go ahead and take compass and transfer this information to the opposite end, like so. And then transfer this height to the other side. Put it right here. And there you go. Okay, now let's go ahead and get this and divide it in half. So that's about 1 1/8. Okay, let's go ahead and make this line. Okay, so this line right here is basically a representation of this line right here. So that's what this is. Okay, all right, we're almost there. Now let's go ahead and transfer these nodes onto this tree right here. So the way I do it is take this again. These are your distances, and this is 1 2 3 4 and then 5. So let me just do this one again, just to make sure it's the right distance. So it's 5. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and then this is 5. So 1 2 3 4 5, and then we need one more, 6. So 6. Now this one, just leave it like that. Let's go over to this other side. So we're gonna go 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so here is where we're at this point. Now we know that from here to here is slightly longer. So all you do is take your compass and then open it up just a tad bit more and lock it in place like so, and then transfer these right here. So like so and like so. Okay, easy, right? Okay, so now let's go ahead and get some horizontal lines made on that. Alright, there we go. Okay, now let's go ahead and number these. So we'll start off with 7, which is going to be our baseline here. You can go either way. Actually, no, I'm wrong. You cannot go either way because take in mind 1, the distance from 1 and 2 is right here. So this would be 1, or this would be 1, and then this would be 2. So this would be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, let's begin. Get your compass and put your sharp point on this dividing line right here. You're gonna start off with 7. So put it right there and then open up your pencil point to the outer end of the pie, like so. And these should match. Okay. Put your sharp point right here. Strike an arc on the right and on the left. So that's 7. Let's go with 6 and close it up a little bit more like so, and that should match pretty close. And go ahead and put it on 6 and strike an arc, 6 and 6. Okay, 5, sharp point in the middle of the pie of 5. I'm going to lock it in place like so. Okay, we're going to go 5 and 5. So 5 and 5. Okay, 4. I'm going to close it. Lock it in place, and that should match. And you're going to go 4. So 4 and 4. Okay, 3. Close it a little bit more. We're going to lock it in place like so. And that should match. So I'm going to go here on 3. 3. And 3. And then 2. You're going to close it a little bit more. Gonna lock it in place. That should match. So we're gonna go 2 and 2. And that is it. Because 1, that's pretty much it. That is a sharp point. So we can do something like this just so you guys can see. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So if everything fits, if everything was done correctly, this pattern should fit here. and there it is. So pretty cool, right? So that goes on to this. And that is how that works. So I don't know if you guys remember, or if I mentioned this in video, this is basically a repeat of this. So as you can see, this was an 4-inch height with 8-inch diameter. So all I did is I reduced it from 4-inch height down to 2 inches, and so that's what this is. So this is basically a copy, almost a copy of this, but just 2 inches lower. So you can see there's a difference in height. So this just kind of goes to show that you can manipulate or lower the height in whatever height you want to go with. So that is pretty much it, guys. If you guys want to know more about this in detail, let me know in the comments. There are other ways of doing this. You can actually you don't even have to commit in doing this whole top peak point of the dome. You can just maybe cut it off right there. Like say you stop at 2, you can just leave it right there, and you can have a nice round hole, and then you can put like a flat plate onto it so that it's not peaky, but just like a flat surface onto it. So you know, that's one way of doing it. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys liked it, and if you guys know a friend or coworker that can benefit from it, go ahead and share it with them. And that is pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.